Welcome to Nevermind The Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind The Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, whoa, there we go, and the Simple Spear. As well as, of course, Through the Thinning Veils. Have a great story to chill your spine on these cold, cold nights. Friends, we are making it happen, making it work somehow. I am on fallback number 56 as the reboot of my computer has caused me to yet again have to pause, and it is still trying to load into StreamYard right now. But I'm not going to risk holding up the program for you just because of that. So you will be brought in stunning cell phone vision. Yes, stunning cell phone vision where I make it work through a little tiny screen and I squint a lot. Let's get these glasses switched, and I will navigate the comments best I can. If I miss anybody today, you have my sincerest apologies, and at any point, we may be blessed with the system reworking. And yes, on top of everything, my internet is being problematic. But let's talk accountability. Well, for those of you who have been following, my computer decided to freeze up and not let me have access to my folders, like at all. And I have spent the last 48 hours rebooting, running troubleshooters, fighting the good fight to get this computer back up to the point I had to do a reset, which meant I had to reinstall all my happy little programs that make my stuff work. And it was doing quite well until just a couple minutes ago. I had enough to set the stream up, and I was booking. So we are working at somewhat of a handicap. And, yep, as soon as I click to stop it, I see my screen come back up. So there may be some budgeting about, a little. give and take. I also will comment that little man is not feeling well, so if my attention is needed elsewhere, this video may self-destruct at any point. I am so glad I delayed the cell phone switch. But friends, we are creators. We are the infinite imaginatives in a world of absolute enforced dullness, enforced boredom, like consume, obey, I have to be careful which glasses I switch on. But does that stop us? No, it does not stop us. Wow. I know this is way ahead because I'm going to have to navigate my chat, but Trelena just asked me, is technology an opener or a closer? That is one of the most fascinating questions, as I'm pretty sure technology could go either way. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the top and see who's here. Almost. Here we go. And yes, I am navigating, thank heaven for my new glasses, through StreamYard and making the comments almost work on my phone thanks to a handy dandy improvised broadcasting. Are my banners running? I don't see my banners. Is it running? Apparently there we go. We are going to make things work, folks, because that is what we do. And so the other part of my accountability, I have noticed something, because there was a brief moment where my tablet, which has been the bane of my existence since I got it and not wanting to talk to the different computers, was actually working while I was uploading other things. But I noticed something, and I want to ask the artists in the area, am I insane, or is it still so much simpler, like, to do line work old school? Because it is Wednesday, I want to have my system up so I can do my proper broadcasts. We have a guest. It says guests. Oh, okay. I can because I'm working on such a small window, it hides that Joe is in the background keeping the world safe. Thank you. But yeah, I had enough time. I got to do, let me see if I can get them on here. Bam. Old-fashioned pen work, pen and ink, while sitting here. And I don't think my line work is ever that good digital. I do good stuff digital, but I'd love to know if anyone else finds that there's a lack of precision in digital work. Now I'm going to try and see. If you see me lean over and start squiggling, that is me messing with the box behind me, trying to keep things going. We need flexibility. We need opportunity to improvise, and we have to not be afraid to do that as creators, especially those of us on varying degrees of budget. Yes, I do have a computer from Carl and Donna. However, it does not have wireless internet, so I would have to have acquired a lengthy wire to be able to work in some measure of safety. My living room is not the kind of place I want to attempt to run a show from. So let's see if again, my stuff may stabilize while I am doing this. We're gonna keep going because that's what we do. So I want to know, guys, what are you doing to keep going? What are you? Don't need my notifications to pop up on what's left of my screen. Okay, I want to know what makes it work for you, because making things work for me often takes a lot of shenaniganry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a chance to write. I'm going to go into my brand and scroll all the way down. And I'm going to let Joe talk for a minute, and I'm going to see if I can't pull off something snazzy. If I can, yay. If I can't, we shall see.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with the Independent Creator Directory, and we're going to talk about what is the Independent Creators Directory
Well,
today. Well,
I've
this
hit
was
it to
created so
show,
that creators of various disciplines could have a space to list
and
links
it
to their
simply isn't. That's going to be interesting. Let's try this one more time.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with the Independent Creator Directory, and we're going to talk about what is the Independent Creators Directory today. Well, this was created so that creators of various disciplines could have a space to list links to their works to promote themselves and also promote other creators that they know. This also gives them a way of having all their links stored so that if by chance they get the ban hammer from any of the major social media networks, they still have a place they can send people to be able to look at what they've created. To become a member, just go to indiecd.org, click on Become a Member in the top right. It's a $20 lifetime fee that also includes updates to your page whenever you have new works that come out. All you have to do is contact me. I am the one that sets up your page for you. I am also the one that does all the updates for you. You'll also have access to the back end for a blog if you're wanting that feature. And I can also grant you access to the calendar to be able to add in any events that you may be going to. For
Hi.
any other questions you may have, feel free
So,
to reach out to me on
apparently,
Facebook on the
on
Independent
one
Creator
stream,
Directory Facebook page or by emailing me at jbachman at indiecd.org. Thank you and have a great day.
honestly, we had a bit of Nickception there. But, alrighty, folks, we are back where I belong. You're on the big screen. I made it work. The fallback kept me from keeping you guys late because I think you guys would rather watch me stumble and fumble and get down than I would then watch, nothing or be late. So let's get back into it. Oh, it feels so good to be home. I really do like having the big screen where I can see everything, and hopefully I'm coming in crystal clear sound. I will double check real quick before I catch up on the comments. No one's saying I'm muted. Alrighty, cool. Okay. Apparently, it cut off a whole bunch of the early comments during this little shindig. So I apologize to that. Any comments I lost? Now the nearest one I have is 954. Dang it! Now I got to think about Velma for a moment. So I apologize for anything lost in that whole debacle, but I saw a lot of it, and I just want to say thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for supporting both me and the Independent Creator Directory. As you can see, we keep things real independent over here. And let's see, can I hide comments now? There we go. Okay. My systems are still going to be a little unstable, but we're going to make it at least through today. And then I will spend from now until the next stream once again repairing. But accountability. First and foremost, guys, alongside all these shenanigans, a lot of people are rather ill right now. There's, and I mean the fall luck seems to be hitting a lot of folks. So if you know somebody who's suffering right now, please reach out to them. If if you're hurting, please reach out. I know there's been some sickness, there's been some ailment. I am so glad to see some of my favorite people on the planet floating around because I got to see that Alec is here. Hi, Alec. I know Trey and Joe are in here, and their comments are in the earlier lot that got cut off by the switch. That was an unforeseen side effect of the shenanigans, but it is wonderful to see you guys up and about. Let's see. And I don't know, I missed the opening, but I love Shaggy and Scooby lore. It is so funny. Absolutely. I love all forms of Scooby-Doo. It is utterly delightful. It's one of my favorite things. And given that I married a librarian, my opinions on Velma should be pretty obvious. So let's keep trucking on down the line to the comments for a bit, and then I'll run an ad, and we'll just fall back into the rhythm of things. Maybe. Or the comments could freeze up and not let me change anything. Okay. We've got comment dump. Let's see if that doesn't clear everything back up. It's starting to. We're getting there. And let's get all the way up there. Good morning. Off to check Facebook, I guess. Well, good morning, Dawn. I don't know. There's apparently some lag, at least for me, in the comments, but we'll get there. Apologies, StreamYard is having problems on top of my problems, which is why we are not streaming to Facebook today. Apparently, it's having issue. So while you're on YouTube, which is where I prefer folks to be, please hit like, please subscribe. If you watch me on Twitter, please hop over to YouTube if you dare, and drop your comments in the chat. We're going to try to keep things going and keep things popping while I battle the system that seems heck bent to keep me from spreading the good word of other people's creations. Okay. Sorry, Anna. The defiant hiccups of my most ill-begotten breakfast. Maybe I should just stay on the cell phone. It seems much more stable a platform. That's okay. Can I hide her comment? Maybe. It's going to be one of those. Well, what I'm going to do is I am going to try to get through what's going on comment-wise, and we'll see what we're doing further.
Okay, so apparently Nick's having some issues. So I'm going to hop in here. I am at my office this morning. So my wife is getting to hear this in stereo because she is right over here. So let me, while Nick's going through here, let me scroll back up. And, oh, here he comes. He's coming back in.
Let's see. Hi, Joe. Thank you for covering for me, because according to the universe, the box just crashed. So I'm back on the cell phone trying to one-handedly set up my lovely rig that I had foolishly taken down, thinking, hey, things are working right. I'm groovy now. I could, see the light at the end of the tunnel. And there was a light at the end of the tunnel. Spoiler, folks, it was a train. But there's no way for me to do this without blocking you guys with the Hand of Doom, so I apologize. I should put the Hand of Doom out for that gag, but...
Well, while you're getting set up, I'll at least read my accountability real quick.
Please do.
So my accountability, working on stuff for the day job currently, possibly working on stuff at the park tonight, and hopefully going to get more burning done.
Nice. I like that. because the day job is necessary begrudgingly. Although I am very happy that neither of you are going to be in snowplows in the near future.
At least on the interstate.
Well, snowplowing in New Chicago is a little different, I would say. I wonder if I got the lost comments back. I'm just curious now. Nope, I did not. I'm glad we got getting some stuff done, and I guess we know what my upcoming accountability is going to be for a while.
Well, before I back out, I will say this: I will neither confirm nor deny that there might be a USB wireless dongle showing up on your doorstep Friday. So
thank you, sir.
But I'm gonna back out now, so I'll be in the background in case anything goes boink.
With my luck, I don't know why you would think that. Folks, round of applause for Joe Bachman. Here, round of applause. It's an old joke, but it works. Thank you for saving the bacon once again. And I do want to remind folks, if Joe didn't, and even if he did, that Dark in the Park 2 is coming up. And apparently, I can't see if I'm sharing brands right now. So that tells me that StreamYard is having some severe issues on top of everything else. That means I'm not going to be trying to bring your comments up. I'm simply going to talk about them and respond as we go, because apparently StreamYard's problems are more profound than just my problems. This is, of course, delightful. Let me find roughly a place to start. Yes. There are some people who do not understand that technology hates me. So I'm going to scroll to where we were, and then I'm going to try to figure out. Hey, there she is. Oopsie, we did that. Hi, Carl. Hey, Donna. Glad to see you. This may be an ad-free program because, unfortunately, I'm barely keeping the system up, and it does seem like StreamYard is not playing nice.
If you need to take a break to run an ad, let me know and I'll pop one up.
No, well, right now we're just gonna go right through it because it's not working on two systems, which means there is something utterly delightful going on, or it could be the Nick Field. One thing, I was speaking to my dear friend Nita, whom I love. I love Nita Lanning. The Nick Field around technology. I know some of you think that is shtick, much like my allegations of cryptidness. This is not shtick, nor is it allegations of cryptidness. This is a real scientifically proven phenomenon. No one's sure why, but if it's going to break, it's going to break around me. And yes, folks, this is part of why I despise hospitals. But let's see. Carl says, at Dawn and Donna, you know what tomorrow is. I assume that's when you guys ship off to the free lanes to be a privateer. No, I assume that's when you guys are going out to Halicon to have a blast without me because I see how you are. Dang, Carl, I can't even English correctly, and you can vocab correctly? That's not fair. They've had more practice, Alec. More practice. And I do want to see those likes hit for this one because I am fighting the good fight over here. And yes, for those and it's coming up, cool. For those in the NWI area, we have Dark in the Park this weekend at Twin Oaks Park in New Chicago, starting at 6:30 each night. All you guys have to do is bring $3 a person or a clean pair of new socks to New Chicago for a frightful fun and food and other festivities. See, and Don's greeting. Hey, cool. The comments are semi-working. I will take semi-working. Hey, Alec, Joey, Don, and Carl, we got greetings. And we got, I'm going to turn that off, maybe? Ah, yes. Alec, there's a website I love. Grandiquate word of the day. It's old words which have fallen out of favor, which I love. Oh, I also I follow someone on Instagram. Don Humley, I think is his name, and he does word of the day. Great program for just a little bit of information. Okay, Carl, we got laughter. Also, oh, this is news. The American Legion in Lake Station, Indiana, is going to be hosting a bunch of vendor days. Cost for a spot is a monetary donation or a raffle. All money goes to Lake Station Fight to pay for snowplow removal for the elderly in the winter. Give me more details on that one, because that one might be something I'd be interested in as soon as I know what's going on. Oh, okay, let's see. Very cool, Joe. Carl was in a hurry, Dawn. Comedy is so demanding. Ah, my screen just went black behind me without me touching anything. That's a good sign. Here comes Lord Nicholas, and I am with you. Let's see. Alex says, and I've got classes to do. Hyperfocus. Talk to everyone later. Talk later, Nick. I will. That means I need to check my email. Okay, got you. Here he comes. I'm doing the best. Turn your volume down. Trey. Good morning, love. I hope you're feeling better. I know that you had some rather troubling health issues, and I hope everything is working out. The offer still stands for anything, including rent-free housing. You just say the word, dear. Trey, yes, we all want to know how you're feeling, and much better. Thank you. Let's see, morning dawn. Hey, Trey, we got greetings. Carl beat me to the question. We're all glad Trey, you are a much beloved member of many communities, and you are seriously loved. Birdcage morning chat. Good morning. Looks like a mobile phone day. I should have stayed on the mobile phone. Yep. Good morning, Birdcage. Hail. Wolfbreaker. I am sorry. I will not be able to do my art shenanigans through this setup. My computer is losing its mind. And it's doing things that will take, oh God, that. Start there. Anyway, we'll check that in a minute. Morning inspiration with Mr. Furthermore. I'll take what I can. But one thing I do like to show, guys, is that, let me hide the current comment. Maybe not. Joe's comment may just be lurking there for a while. Okay. Yeah. One of the things I do is I show my scars, and if I stumble, I'm not going to cover it up. I want it's not. Could I make it look more professional? Yes. But that's professionality isn't the end all and be all. Sometimes you just have to do what you can with what you got to get the job done. And my job is to inspire you guys, to encourage you, and to promote people. Now, right now, my ad promotion is not quite as easy as it normally is. And yes, I know I can bug Joe, but I hate bugging Joe for anything more than absolutely necessary because he's amazing. However, please put your links and stuff in the chat. I will try to bring them up as I can. Yes, technology just hates Nick. It really, really does. I would kind of like to start getting like a balance of some sort of, technology hates you, but Mojo loves you, or wow, you're remarkably lucky with dice or something, but I am not. Which is not to complain. Please don't think I am, because I have noticed one unique and powerful blessing that seems to be upon me. I usually have just enough to be sure that I have a roof, just enough to make sure that I have gas to get where I really need to, or someone I can call in an extreme emergency. Just enough to get where I need to be, when I need to be there, to do the job I need to do, when I'm supposed to do it. The other thing is nobody ever tells you what the job is. So, there are gives and takes. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sure I'm freezing, and the phone could. Accountability. Get packed. Yes, get packed. Have a blast. I think technology is the ultimate opener, but it's also technology closes doors on old threats and makes new threats. Poor Xander. Yeah, Xander's still fighting cold that I'm technically still fighting, but he's younger, so he's kind of laid out. Joe says I may have or not have got a beautiful screenshot of when Nick froze. I'm a meme. 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 Anyway, dang you boys and your screenshots. Well, there's some great screenshots. Carl has some pretty screenshots too. Just don't use them for humor. Oh my. Joe says I can't draw a straight line on digital or analog, so my art looks about the same. Although my gradient art is much better on digital. 1, ow! 2, that is a fallacy, Joe. I've watched you draw a straight line. You may have traced a straight line, but you are drawing them, and the more tracing you do, the better you'll get at freehand. It's just annoying because I was sitting there on this 4x6 card, which I'm rather fond, making this little guy who may or may not be a dwarf. I'm rather pleased with this. And, going through my character design. See, there's the backtrack. You see this? This is all Koepp's fault. Okay? This is some of the most convoluted fan art I've ever done. Because, okay, we have Koepp, the book Mandy wrote. Shockingly, I did the cover of it a long time ago. But in Koepp, the main character, not too much of a spoiler, but is working with and involved with lycanthropes, and to meet up, they meet up at a furry convention because who's going to suspect a furry convention? So she's in costume as some character. Being me, in that I've been fighting my computer, I roughed out who that character might be. And this is not bad. I still don't know. I'm drawing a meta character off of a sideline of my wife's book, which is a great book. I in my time working on the computer, which anyone who's worked on computers knows you end up sitting around, I've gotten this far through it. But, okay, that's good. That's a good rough design picture. Don't like the posing, don't like the quality. Beat myself up for my own art. I'll up my game a bit to see if I still can. To wit, this. Much more likely to sell. So now I have the design. I have to take the colors from the description. And now I have to write a character to be the character that she dressed as in a fictional furry convention. Because if I don't, it won't stop itching the back of my head. I don't know if any of you creatives get these kind of things. I've had side characters be possessive, but a side character, a main character's costume is based on a fictional character. Man, we're getting some metacognition. Prove it or they don't exist. Oh, Dawn, be careful. They have this. You've run a show from your living room. That was before I had 4 cats and was in the middle of trying to deal with the chaos of, can I decorate for Halloween or will the cats destroy it all? It has been a thing. How lengthy a Cat 5 cable? I used to have an extra 50 foot. I'm not sure. I just need an Ethernet cable to run probably 25, 50. I don't know. I have to measure it out because I'm going to go up on the ceiling at some point and I'm going to drill a freaking hole in the wall and get some conduit and pipe that through so that I can bypass it around after I gaff it across the ceiling. You know what? Hold on. We're mobile. I'm not throwing a gesture up at my phone, my computer. Now, let's see. I had to go from all the way over there, up over that. Yeah. Across to that corner. Yeah, we're going mobile. Might as well keep things entertaining. Cross through this corner, my little archway, which would get a drill. Across the top and down is my master plan, because right now I have one Ethernet cable, and it currently runs up, over, and into my Xbox. And it gets unplugged to run into my TV once in a while to upgrade my TV, well, update my TV, because my TV is like 13, 12 years old, something like that. Every so often it gets stupid. But yeah, you guys, we can go mobile. It doesn't really matter. All the cats have well, almost all the cats here. Yeah, come here, Dusty. No, well, you can't. Do not defend yourself with a screwdriver. I know you are napping. Come here. Yeah, there we go. There, have some Dusty energy. Have some Dusty energy. Anyway, and you're right. I might as well be comfortable and not looking at my computer because it boots better when I don't. So yeah, we'll go to the living room. You might be right. Let's see how the lighting is. I have had everything go boink. Get on my comfy chase. Don't. Yeah, that's what I figured. You guys can try and knock that over. That's okay. But let's see what else we have. Okay, I'll post some nice photos. We saw Joe's ad here. Back to the big screen. It was a dream, Trey. And I get better reception because I'm in the room with my Wi-Fi blaster. Nice. All clear. Unstable. Welcome to my world. Well, I figure if I'm going to be unstable, I might as well engage in shenanigans. Yes. Freaking pneumonia. Oh my gosh. Woke breaker. Get feeling better. Let's see. Ouch. Radiant background. Hey, Joe. This is the Blair Witch version of the show. I don't know. He lost the map. Why did he lose the map? I think I see ghosts! 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 Anyway. Meanwhile. But this is real, yes. I'm so sorry, Mom. Technology is not found me either. We would understand if you had cut the video short. Yes, any sane person would. However, I'm not. Joe Pop ads, not the green room. LMS, wait. Blair Witch, is it real? No, okay, let's see if this will come up. Donna made a point. No, the Blair Witch isn't real because most witches I know are far more effective than the Blair Witch. See, that really, looking back at it, that really looked more like a Fae playing witch just to mess with somebody for most of it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Blue Teddy. It is a morning. We are making it work. That's what I do here. And I am having to bamf through the whole thing with complete lack of proper breakfast because the dehydrator is running and I don't want to trip the breaker running my microwave till the dehydrator's done. But we just processed a whole bunch of pears into dehydrated pears. And now we're taking we're making dehydrated coleslaw stuff to be ramen starter. And we got greetings. We got the Blair Witch is real, says Donna. Just not the Easter Bunny or the fat guy in red. Fat guy in red is real. It's just not who most people think it is. A lot of times he's winking. Anyway, bonus points to anyone gets it. let's see, raffle, like a meat raffle. And Joe's going to detail me, DM me the details on that. I appreciate that more than I can express. Meat raffle. I can't see how old the chats are, so I got to kick up a little bit to get through. Let's see. Dawn, you'll get to meet Old Dan, Skunk Crocker, John, Chris, and what's his fart? I know, I'm doing a little jig right now. You were incredibly lucky with Amanda. Yes, Amanda is a great and powerful blessing upon my life. I have no hesitation on that one. You guys have to understand, I'm wearing my office glasses, so I only have vision out to about 10 feet, and then stuff blurs dramatically. So bear with me. But yes, we are keeping going. Good morning, Chris. I just want to say hi. Holocon is over here. Most hope that everyone who's I hope everyone who's able to attend has safe travels, has a great time. Speaking of that, thank you, Chris, for that wonderful point. Safe travels. Any positive mojo you can put towards my wife. She used to drive into Chicago to go to Northwestern for medical trial. Nothing negative. Actually, it's a very positive kind of thing in the long run. But I would appreciate highly anything you guys could do, positive mojo wise, because my anxiety is through the roof whenever she has to go into Chicago by herself. And we got greetings, and are you prepared for the cult of Chris to arrive? Oh my goodness. I knew Chris Walker was popular. Nick, you're practically always entertaining. Well, see, that's my goal. If I can't be informative, I should at least be, or enlightening, I should at least be entertaining. My gosh, anything but being boring. Let's see. I'll look for a 100-foot cable. Dusty! Kitty! Yep. Oh, Dusty's like, he's like chilling. See, Dusty? No, you can go back to sleep. It's okay, bud. I'm not going to pick you up this time. My house is just a mess. Because, well, everybody's been sick, and I'm trying to take care of everything while dealing with an autistic child. Anyway, but all else fails, say frack it and roll with it. I enjoy the living room. That's what we're doing. How do you think of the fantasy in comic format? Oh, absolutely. Woke Breaker. We've got Grant Lankard, who does both Memoirs of the Morbid, which is horror, but horror has a lot of fantasy elements, at least the kind he does. And Beowulf, which I believe is still crowdfunding for a little while over on Kickstarter. Mr. Grantastic, Beowulf 1 through 6, a story that spans centuries. You should be able to find that through Kickstarter. I love fantasy. I actually have. It's funny you mentioned that. I have the trade paperback that I've been using as sort of a training guide. Battle Chasers by Joe Madeira. I think fantasy definitely has a place, and I think comics. On the top of comics, I am really burnt out on legacy tights and capes crowd. I really am. It's not that I don't love Supes and Bats and Spider-Man and Logan and all those folks, but I want new stories, and I do love fantasy in comic format. I will be putting if I can get it formatted in such a way that Kindle will accept it, Paul Bunyan Kaiju Slayer #0, the one I did as physical therapy for my hands, will be going up on Amazon at some point. I'm trying to get through my latest novel, which is in the works, called Haints and Hellfire, which both my loving wife and Trelena, who's as close to my other wife as possible. Don't worry about it, guys. No, my best friend, and she and Joey. Wow. Yeah. See, I just need to get rich and adopt them, but they have access, and we're theoretically enjoying it. But they got mad at running at the end of my progress, so there are delays, especially since my computer's going boink. But once that's done, I actually have. Uh, I haven't really talked about this because it's a little farther out, but on my bucket list is let me see if I can't get this to stabilize on me. Would love to have my there we go. On my bucket list is a comic series set in the RPG setting I've been running for 30 years, which will be definitely a fun kind of place. It would be you bump into characters and people that like Trelena would know. A lot of people who've gamed with me have met them. Alec would be losing their mind at this point. I feel do I absolutely, absolutely. The only witches we have to worry about are in Congress. No, if we had more witches in Congress, things would get done. Right now, we have a whole bunch of greedy, silly people who are just arguing over stupid stuff as World War III tries to start. And yes, Beowulf continues. When we're talking about that very topic, can I get the comment to show? There we go. Uh, Kickstarter projects, Mr. Grantastic, Beowulf 1 to 6, Adventure that Span Centuries, and then a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty proud that I pulled that one out of nowhere. Thank you, Carl. I wasn't Carl. Let's see. I wasn't sure about sharing a link on a day like this. At least YouTube folks can find it. Grant needs help. I'm trying. I think I gave a 100-foot cable to BKM, yet he insists on Wi-Fi. What the heck? Well, I think that has to do with the lovely, the beautiful, the talented Cookie not allowing him to drill holes in floors and walls. Whereas my wife is like, yes, it's a great idea. No, you can't climb up a ladder, and gave me a list of people I should bribe. Prayers, well wishes, positive juju for Amanda and her travels in the Windy City. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Yes, I want that Mooney card. We all want the Mooney card. We all want the Mooney card to happen. But, see a thing. Unless things have gone wrong, I've caught up with the chat, and my system now dawned. Now Dawn's being throwing elbows over here because it won't let me close her out. I see how you are. I'm going to try to see if I can get the commercials to run because I haven't run any. And let's see. I'll run the Beowulf one. Yes, I know it's a little out of date, but we're doing things.
Hazel always knew there was something special about her cat Mooney, but she's still shocked when Mooney opens his mouth to tell her he's just had a vision. An ancient evil has awoken after centuries of sleep, and only one man can stop it, the legendary warrior Beowulf. Unfortunately,
and now I can't tell if it's stopped. Okay, I'm sorry. Yep, it's not responding right, so there's something definitely going on. Oh. The ad must have tried to start and then glitched, but that's okay. Like I said, I am fighting a really, really good fight to get things going, and we're going to make it work. Wow, you caught up with chat. Wow, great, great job on such a challenging day. That's what we're about here. We do not, guys. I would far rather, and I will tell you a great secret in creative works. I would far rather put out a product that doesn't quite work, or a story that has errors, or a book that has typos, than nothing at all. Now, I will try to, if possible, come back, edit, fix it, make it better. That's what I do. But that doesn't mean difficulty is not an excuse to stop. Difficulty is a motivational device. difficulty is what encourages us to say, hey, maybe, just maybe, we're going to do it anyway. Maybe somebody will like it, warts and all, so to speak. And honestly, I just realized that with the way StreamYard worked in my glitch, I might be able to do something really cool that I didn't think I could do. I'm going to have to experiment because this may be a much better system than I thought it was for some of the things I want to try to pull off. Thank you guys. Because when things go wrong, you learn things. And when you learn things, you can get better. Don says, I generally only throw elbows to stop, to tap the ribs to tickle them. Aww. It was running? Well, I couldn't tell. Hides broken ribs. Mooney. If you want more Mooney, well, the only way you're going to get it is by supporting Grant Lankard's ad. By supporting his Kickstarter. Guys, you want to make it happen? You need to make it happen. There are so many great people that need our support right now and in the future. Obviously, Brian K. Morris. I wouldn't have the show. I wouldn't be doing a lot without him. Carl Witzman. My gosh. Guys, you need to read the Mad Gasser Mattoon County and then the Mad Gasser Cheerleader. Read them. They're great. They're amazing books. We need to support people like Cindy Koepp. Where's my manatee? Anyway, Cindy Koepp makes amazing books, stories, instructional programs for homeschoolers, e.g., where I have to throw my money. But she also does Amaguri. Now I'm curious. Because you see, yep, I can see where my manatee is. The cats have stolen him again. So now I have to go move my chair. But I'm not going to move my big purple chair. If I ever stream from my big purple chair, my give a dang is finally hit, unheard of levels of busted. But that's okay. Maybe I'll do an outside stream because I do have the means to do it now. And this works pretty well. Show you guys the wonders of living in the liminal space where the corn sharks grow and the cats are well loved. But I do apologize, as we get towards the what would be the start of the second hour when I do the artwork. Given all the computer difficulties, I am hopping and popping and rocking. Yeah. What's funny is I almost started setting up my my new phone because this phone has it's held up pretty well, and I'm rather pleased with it. But it's just hitting the line of obsolescence that before it becomes too problematic, it's time to upgrade. This is not a bad thing for anybody because as soon as this stops phoning, it will be even more useful as the mobile camera quasi-tablet device that will let me do more things because it should be reliable in that aspect. But good things are coming, and there's always options. And see, Carl has never come close to actually catching an elbow, and it's very thankful for that. Hey, cool! Now the brands are working. Oh, I know what's going on. The brand thing not working may have nothing to do with the systems and everything to do with the fact that my fingers don't track on touchscreens all the time like they should. Let's see. And out of nowhere, my banners begin to work. So it could be that StreamYard is working in the background trying to fix their end of problems, which would make my life much easier. We are all doing the best we can with what we got, but we have great stories to tell, great messages of kindness and truth and villainy and terror. And, there's so much going on. And I am so proud of the people that I know and the missions that you guys have engaged in. Because I know you're all working through different adversities, many you never talk about, but you're making it happen. Okay? And that's all we can do is make it happen. If your dream is to be a comic book artist, why aren't you drawing? Like right now, you want to be an artist, put paper, put pencil, put tablet, put whatever in front of you. You should always be doing that. If you're a writer, carry around a notebook, jot ideas down, type things in on the on your phone. I mean, I know people who write novels worth of idiotic troll comments back and forth on Facebook. If you have time to do that, you have time to write a book. Yeah, I said it. Oh, you have technical limitations. If you can watch this, if you are watching this right now, if you are able to watch this, don't let the technical limitations stop you. Tell your stories, do your art, get it out there. As soon as my system is stable again, I will be expanding some of my more businessy services. I have plans, but I have to have a fully stabilized system to do it. So that is what I'm going to aim for. And if my current box is not working, it will get relegated and I'll turn it into an educational box and I'll use the box Carl and Donna gave me that I was trying to turn into my new entertainment box. It's set up right over here in the living room, but it's by the pile of stuff. The doom pile. Don't organize, only move. Doom. But Carl says we will try to share some video with you this weekend. Watch for us on Facebook or maybe even YouTube. I would love to see you guys get to do a huge green room where everybody's on the same camera just chatting. And then like the people who can't make it are the little pixels around you going, oh, because I'm really pleased with the social connectivity of this organization. And that's one thing, writers need support. So that's what we try to provide. I'm going to run some ads, and I can keep talking for a bit because I did plan this to be a late show. I'm just dealing with technical difficulties. And before I go any farther, I will put a shout out to Kelly Austin. If I can get the picture to show up. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says it's up, and I've learned that on this one, that probably means it is. Kelly Austin is the creator of From the Rembrandt Stratagem, The Paranormal Case Files of Bishop Kincaid, and Atomic Stories #1. Both of these are great story options. I have read large swaths of Rembrandt Stratagem. It is a great book. I can't wait to see the next iteration. And Atomic Stories is something I am very, very excited about. So we're looking forward to that. Let me scroll. I need to run some ads for some people. Actually, here we go.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santastine, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
It is such an amazing, fun take that it transcends both Christmas and Halloween as something to just keep you warm and fuzzy. Now, I don't know what's going to go on the Friday show. We may be back to normal. We may be where we're supposed to be. I am planning an art show as soon as my system is stable enough to do it. Let's see. We got some more questions. Okay. How do you guys write? Character-centric or world-building? Oh, that's a great question, Wolfbreaker. Let me see if I can get that to actually show up. For me, and this is just me, a lot of times I get a scene. I'll just be minding my own business and I will have a full scene just sort of appear in my head. Like, maybe I've gotten too thin and it's coming through the veil. And I'll write the scene down. And sometimes the story will grow either way. I love world building. World building is great fun, especially as a DM, a GM, as a game designer. World building is a blast. But you can have a great story exist in a world that has almost no, attributes. In an endless void, you could have a great story. You can't have a great story without a good character. So I would start with, what is the story you want to tell? Because these are pieces of it. But and make sure it's a good story. Make sure it's a classic story. If you haven't had a chance, read, what is it, The Hero's Journey? I cannot remember the author's name, but it's a brilliant introduction to the cycle of what it takes to be a hero. And that really applies since you're showing interest in fantasy, especially because it's very easy to make a wonderful world for a lot of people, because we wander the worlds in our heads as authors, especially as artist authors. But if the story, oh, excuse me, pressure must be changing. If the story isn't good enough, the world doesn't matter. It could be the most interesting world ever. If the story that you bring to it doesn't work, people won't go there. So find a great story. The character should be built by what the story needs, and the world should reflect what you want to tell about. And a lot of times, at least my thing is, if I've gone world, if I've designed a world that just has inspired me, then I walk through it. Sometimes I RP in it, role play, either with a system or without. Just kind of travel this world, jot down notes as I wander it, and then kind of pop back into reality and turn it into a story. I did quite a bit of that when I was writing my second Big Stompy Robots novel, Small Arms. I really felt like I could walk around the streets of New Sedona during the start spaceship landing and see all the mercs and snipers and all the intrigue and plot that was going on around that event. And then from it, we kind of did a Once Around the Realms where, well, I'm a one-man show on that, but you hop in, and through the characters, you can see different swaths of the setting. So it's good because in the first book, Eyes to the Sky, which is very heavy sci-fi war. Both of them are because it's said my tabletop tactics game, my war game, Big Stompy Robots, the world of Praxis 5, which is where it takes place. However, there are fantasy elements. You have very obviously fantasy races running around. The melding of those are interesting. Uh, in Eyes to the Sky, you meet an old cyborg named Moses, who endured an incredible war and saw something that no one believed, and spent the rest of his life preparing for when they would return, justifiably so. Um, I don't want to really give too much away. Zombie mecha from outer space. But, the setting had two big chunks of the world, his past and his present. Uh, if the story is right, the world will build around it to a large extent, and then you can engage more. Now, remember, there's nothing wrong with writing a world Bible, a setting book, essentially, for where things are to keep things straight. I know, and I have to redo it because I lost my original one. I have to keep a calendar of all the things that have happened in the Big Stompy Robots universe, because in the stories that appear in the manual, in the Big Stompy Robot core rulebook, that has a date, it has a location. In, like I said, Small Arms, in Eyes to the Sky, in the upcoming books, Designated Meat, and a few other things, they have dates and locations, and they tell the story relative to there. So it's all a balance, but it always comes back to the story. Uh, the Odyssey is amazing. Okay, the Odyssey is incredible, but it's still one man on a against the gods, just trying to get home. Uh, there are elements you could find in that in Quantum Leap. Uh, distill it down to the tropes. If you have real questions, Woke, there is a wonderful YouTube channel called Overly Sarcastic Productions. And they have a series called Trope Talk, which anybody who's writing, I encourage to read those. I actually, and he did it, I don't know what became of it, but I designed a game based on literary tropes for, let's see, guy goes by the name Telepathic Bunny and Buddy Lord. Those two. I don't know. I can't think of their real names offhand, but those are their Twitter handles. You can build a world, guys, but if it doesn't serve the story, it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender, one of the greatest bits of modern fantasy. Good morning, son. Um, I'm having system error, so I'm doing my show here. Okay, get your Mountain Dew. I'll wrap up real quick and give you back your favorite couch spot. But look that up. I may have to do some stream learning on the fly this weekend. Yes, you should. Won't get stuck on character development. I feel like I can't move forward until my character is exactly what I want. Nope. That's your brain. You are building. You are building blocks, and you are confusing character design with character development. By the end of your story, by the end of any story, your character should be different. somehow, especially in oh, are you just gonna be okay over there? Okay, cool, bud. Uh, Character design is one thing. Again, you'll sketch it. It doesn't need to be perfect. A lot of us throw blocks in the way to keep us from actually writing the story. Because once you write the story, the characters can change, and the characters can change in your head. And that's okay. Everything is changeable and mutable until you publish it. And I'll tell you something, you can even shift it after. For me, Carl says, for me, woke, I do characters in real world, so I rarely do world building, except for a spy novel where I have to introduce spycraft ideas, which is a wonderful thing. I will say that I think the world of Mad Gasser, the Mad Gasser series, has a bit of its own flavor. I don't think you're fair with it. And Daw says my stories are mostly character based. Hero's Journey is Joseph Campbell. Thank you. I couldn't find his name. Dawn says, "Good morning, Xander." Yeah, let's have Xander Airbender. Too delicious. Exactly. But what does it? It boils down to, okay. He had to go to the bathroom. I'm hoping, guys, if I slightly annoy him, he'll just get his stuff and go back to bed because he is sick and he needs to go to sleep. But remarkable, some of the best world building you're going to see, right? But without the characters and without the story, without this long arcing journey, not just of the Avatar having to stop the fire benders with Sozin's comet and all that. No. That's the Avatar. Aang had to learn to be a man, so it's a coming of age story, and to accept the responsibilities and find balance. No, Mom, we have to reload the dishwasher, buddy. Okay? Did you get your Mountain Dew?
Yeah,
Did you drink it?
I was.
Go sit down and drink your Mountain Dew. Okay? Parrot mind in action, L in motion, LOL. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't hide who I am or what I do. Uh, I'm not putting Xander on screen right now because it's early morning and he was not really in the mood for such things. But yeah, you can grab Dusty. That's his job. He's an emotional support kitty. Hey, here, tell you what, bud. Clear there. You can have my big purple chair. Is that better? Cover up, cuddle Dusty, and I'll just keep doing my show. Okay? Because he's all cuddled up with Dusty. We'll worry about the fact that the cats have attacked the lamp later, and we'll go down the road. But yes, Avatar: The Last Airbender had some of the best writing, but the story mattered. So first tell the story, then populate it with the people, then make sure that the world serves the people. Chris says story is the most important part. World building is a great thing, but if the characters don't interest you, it's not going to be as good. Exactly. So what you want is, have a thread, and akin to the akin to the X-Men animated series. Didn't dumb it down. I still watch it, and big that my kids are in high school and still rewatching it by heart. Well, exactly. That's part of why I mention I love animation when you're looking at storytelling, because it has elements of just about everything. And because it's had to be drawn, it had to be condensed into a certain way. Because animation is not far from motion comics, at least American animation. But all of it is, if you want to do a book, you have to tell the story first. And figuring out the basic kind of story is easier. I have certain tropes I absolutely go for. I love good triumphs over evil. I love a little bit of comedy. I love redemption. I love defiant last stands. I love, unexpected romances. I like this stuff. It's what makes some of my favorite books my favorite books. Um, I love growth. This is why, the Dark Elf trilogy by R.A. Salvatore was so fun, foundational to me. Why, in comic world, Gen 13 and Danger Girl, were so that peak era. A lot of the Top Cow titles I really liked because there was humanity and growth and difference, and it wasn't the same stories. The trick is finding what works for you. Let's see. Callie came to bug Carl about lunch and got an ear of anti-mite meds. Now I have to go make it up to him. I understand. Everyone have a great day. Bye, Carl. And we're all saying bye to everybody who's saying bye to Kitty Lunchtime. And Dawn is just in heaven because she gets to see everybody tomorrow. I am absolutely awestruck in envy that you get to see everyone tomorrow. And Chris Walker saying, have a great day. Finish things up at Halicon. I hope you have a great day too, Chris. And yes, Dawn. There we go. So, guys, I can't wait for you guys to all have a wonderful time at Halicon. Take lots of pictures. Do lots of hugs for those of us who can't make it to hug each other. Uh, okay, buddy. Little man's starting to cough, so I want to get some food and maybe some medicine in him. We'll see what'll help. I'm going to have to let you guys go, but guys, thank you for this odd, if malfunctioning show. We're gonna make it work. Happy Hump Day to everybody. Uh, this weekend we're coming up on actual Halloween. Stay safe, stay smart. If I don't see you Friday for this reminder, please don't do anything white people would do in a horror movie on Halloween. Don't go into haunted houses. Like, don't trespass. Don't run in scary woods. Just stay home, watch spooky movies. If you are blessed enough to have trick or treaters, give out candy. Don't be stingy. Have a good time. And what, buddy?
Did you see how scary Halloween is?
Well, we're working on it. Halloween's only as scary as it needs to be, bud. But with that, guys, I'm going to tell you this. Keep writing, keep drawing, keep doing what you do. Because you can edit it, you can fix it. You can't edit a blank page. And remember, I love you and you should too. I will see you Friday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Hopefully in a little more stable format. Toodles, folks.